I'm Sofia Rasgado, and I'm the coordinator of the Portuguese Safer Internet Center. It's for instance, producing resources and contents that are available for all. And for us, within the Portuguese Safer Internet Center, that is something that we try to do. So all the resources, or as much as we can do it, we try to make them available for all. And when I say for all, and we are talking about producing resources for students, we like to include resources that can be seen and used, for instance, by deaf and blind students. When we think about digital inclusion and digital literacy, it's about a universal perspective. So we like to when we start to think about a resource, we also include this universal perspective, meaning that we think about the resources since the beginning in this universal perspective, meaning that when you start to think about them, you already include for instance, the Portuguese Sign Language or the audio description. It's not about having the resources and then translating them to these kind of languages. No, it's the opposite. It's since the beginning start to think and engage the students and the teachers that work with this population, with these vulnerable people. I would say so. Yes, I would say so, because the communication is different. So I think there is this gap here that we have to be aware, and we have to take in consideration when we do awareness sessions and when we build resources. So we produced a web series, Net com Consciência, and we translate them into the Portuguese Sign Language, and also with the audio description. And for that series, we also had the opportunity to translate, to have subtitles in English. So, for instance, the InSafe community can also use our resources if they want it. And I know that, for instance, they have been used a lot in the awareness sessions in schools. And last year we were invited by the public Portuguese television to, it's the Portuguese television and the radio stations, these ones, they are together. And we were invited to develop some resources that are available on a platform, online platform that the radio has. So we developed it with the help of a Portuguese writer that writes for children. These episodes that talk about how to be safe online. And so it's a radio online, so you just can hear. And then we thought, okay, so if we want to include the deaf population so that they can also learn from these resources, what can we do? So we started to work with a reference school for deaf that exists in Lisbon. And since the beginning, we worked with the teachers and with the students. So they started to translate each episode, and they were very, very engaged on that. And then we had the television that went to the school, and also and filmed, because okay, they have to see the scenes and everything, and okay, so the television went to the school, it filmed, and it was a very, very good experience for the students, I can say. So nowadays we are still working because we have 30 episodes. And it's a hard work to translate this, and we have to, because we have something like 10 characters, so we have to have 10 people doing the different voices and the different characters. So we are still working. It's a process ongoing for the students. But we know also that the episodes that are already done are being also used for teachers and for students in this for this vulnerable population.